When it comes to Christian living, one of the most important things you can remember is that your weakness is actually the entire point of how God works in your life. In 2 Corinthians chapter 4, Paul says it this way: "For God, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, has shined in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Jesus Christ. But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of God and not of us." And he makes this direct comparison between the fact that the Creator God, the one who spoke everything into existence, is strong enough, powerful enough to bring light out of darkness, to create everything completely out of nothing. And Paul's point, and what God wants us to understand from his word in this, is that a God who is powerful enough to create everything from nothing is more than powerful enough to shine his light, his knowledge, the truth of who he is, from someone who is weak, from someone who is not powerful, which is you and me. And so, as a Christian, this should be a source of incredible encouragement to us, because it means while we strive our best in our own knowledge, understanding, and wisdom to know more about who Jesus is and reflect that in our lives, there's also an incredible beauty of knowing that God himself is working through us, and he is more than powerful enough to use you and me to share his story, his truth, his love with a world that needs to know it. So my prayer for you, my hope for you, is that you'll take these verses and retain them in your heart and in your mind, and remember that even though today you might have some struggles, you might feel weak in certain areas, there might be things that you are in an ongoing battle with in your own life, where you're trying to get them under control, or you're trying to become better or try to improve yourself in this area. God is not waiting for you to be perfect. God is not waiting for you to have everything together to be able to use you. The Bible is full of examples of God using imperfect people, people who were messed up, people who had issues, and he was still able to use them to tell his story, to show his glory, to lead people to a deeper relationship with him, because he was strong enough to use them. And Jesus understands exactly who we are. The Bible tells us that he was tempted in every way exactly like we are. He understood the struggles of human existence in the same way that we do, because he lived it. So he knows what we need. He knows what our weaknesses are. He knows where we fall short in so many ways of his perfection, but still he chooses to use you and me in our imperfections, so that when people see the love of God shining through our life, they can know without a doubt it's not from you. They know without a doubt it's not from my strength or my perfection. That what they see, the goodness they see from your life, the goodness they see from my life, they know beyond any shadow of a doubt that that goodness they see is God working through our weakness. So don't be ashamed of your weakness. Don't be ashamed of your struggles. Allow God to use those as part of your testimony as he grows you, as you overcome things, as you tell a continuous story of faithfulness from who you used to be to who you will become through your faith in Jesus Christ and him bringing you closer to himself. So my encouragement to you is this: is don't be discouraged in your weakness, but see your weakness as an opportunity for God's strength to work through you, so that people can see God beyond anything that we're capable of. That's my prayer for you, and that's my prayer for me. As we close out tonight, I just want to encourage you to continue praying for Pastor Chris as he's out of town and getting some rest. Be praying that God refreshes him, his family. Be praying for Southside as we go into our summer ministries, and we have a lot of community events coming up, things that we want to do to reach out to the community, like this verse even tells us to use our imperfections to show people the perfect God. So be praying for our church as we continue to look forward to our summer events and outreach. And we're praying for you, that God will grow you, that God will help you to become more like him through this summer season as we go through life together as the church. So thanks for your time and watching this and for being part of what our church does. Let's go to the Lord in prayer together.